Hello and welcome to the channel Chemical Engineer. I am Sahil Yadav and in this video we are going to cover the quick revision for mass transfer operation in chemical engineering. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will get notification for all the updates and new videos. Moreover, in this video we are going to cover all the formulas related to GATE 2022 which are important for GATE 2022. So let's start the video. Okay, so before starting, let us see the general instructions. So in general instruction, you have to side by side note down all the formulas that I will write on this PPT. Okay. Moreover, this PPT will be shared on Telegram after this video reaches 150 views. So please share this video. And after making your own notes, please share your note on Telegram channel. Okay, I will check it. Okay, so syllabus for the mass transfer includes 6 topics which we are going to cover in this video. So please try to note down and please watch the full video for full knowledge. Okay, so the 6 topics are diffusion. Okay, 1 minute. So first topic is diffusion, second is mass transfer theories, third is absorption, in which we will study various types of packings and the calculation related to it. Then we will see humidification. So this formula, we will see different formulas for humidification, drying. Then we will see adsorption and then a distillation. GATE generally asks question from humidification. Okay, so this is an important topic. Moreover, drying is also an important topic. Moreover, 1 or 2 question may be of distillation. So these 3 are important topics. Similarly, mass transfer theory, GATE may ask 1 mark question on it. GATE has not asked diffusion, but a simple question may be in your paper related to diffusion, because in GATE 2022 the more portion is of MSQs. Okay, so that is why diffusion may be a part of it. Okay, so there are also extra topics which are included in the mass transfer syllabus, that is membrane separation and analogies, which we are not going to cover in this video. Okay, so for that we will make a separate video. Alright, so let us start with the first formulas. Okay, so let us start with the diffusion. Okay, so in diffusion we have first formula of the Fick's law. Okay, so Fick's law is generally showing a relation between the molar flux, that is Ja. So Ja is the molar flux, which is equal to minus dA dCA by dZ. Okay, molar flux is directly proportional to the concentration gradient. So I hope you are knowing what is diffusion. If you don't know, please refer to the video of diffusion, where dA is the, or we can say dAB, this is the diffusivity of A in B. Okay, so that is why it is called as DAB, and this negative sign shows that the concentration decreases with diffusion. Okay, so the unit of this molar flux will be kilomole per meter square into hour. Okay, so this is a general unit of the diffusion or the molar flux. Alright, so the unit of diffusivity is meter square per second, that is area covered per unit time. Okay, concentration gradient is kilomole per meter. Okay, so that is how we will get kilomole per kilomole per, okay, so kilomole is the unit of a mole, then so kilomole per meter is the, or we can say the molar per meter is the unit of the concentration gradient. Okay, so there are different forms of the Fick's law, but you don't need to remember all of them. So please try to remember the one form, that is J equal to Na minus Ca by C into Na plus Nb. How we get this form is I think we have covered in the diffusion video of mass transfer, so here we are not going to cover that. Okay, so this is a formula for, okay, so Na and Nb are the molar flux of A and B relative to a stationary observer. Okay, so what is that stationary, that is also not important related to gate, but remember that Na is the molar flux, J is also a molar flux, but what the difference between both of them is, so let us see in the next slide. So J is generally defined as, okay, so A is the component, J is defined as Ca into UA minus capital U. Okay, so UA is the mass average velocity and capital U is the molar average velocity. What this signifies is what we have covered in the video of diffusion, so no need to cover here. Na is equal to Ca into UA. Okay, so please note down the formulas. So both are the molar flux, one is related to the stationary observer and one is related to the observer moving with the molar average velocity. So J is the molar average observer moving with the molar average velocity. Okay, then we have to remember one more formula for the mass average velocity. So suppose U of I is the mass average velocity of the ith component. It is given as sigma rho I into sigma rho I ui. Okay, this is the mass average velocity, and capital U is equal to 1 upon sigma Ci into sigma Ci ui. This is the molar average velocity, and the relation between both of them is capital U equal to Ya into small ui. Okay, so capital U is equal to Ya into small ui. Y is the mass fraction in the gaseous phase. Okay, now let us see the different forms of the Fick's law. Okay, so from the main formula we can get, after putting, okay, so in from this formula after rearranging and keeping the value of J equal to from the Fick's law, what we will get is Na equal to Na plus Nb Ca by C minus Dab dCA by dZ. Okay, so this is the formula which we will get, and unit in most of the sum you will get kg per meter square second. This is a general unit. Okay, So this is a direct formula which you have to apply for the gaseous diffusion. Okay, diffusivity will be given to you, Na or Nb, one thing will be given to you. So this is a general formula. Now suppose concentration is not given, pressure is given. Okay, so if pressure is given, you have to apply a different formula which will be derived from this formula only, which is Na plus Nb into Pa by P minus dAb by RT into dPa by dZ. Okay, so Pa is the partial pressure of a gas A and P is the total pressure. Okay, and the unit remains same. Moreover, we have third form also, where we write Na equal to Na plus Nb by A minus dAb into P divided by RT into dYA by dZ. Okay, Ya is the mass fraction, or we can say the volume fraction for the gas phase. Okay, so this is all about different forms. Now in diffusion we have two forms. First is two cases of diffusion. So let us write cases of diffusion. So in cases of diffusion, first we have diffusion of A through non-diffusing B. Non-diffusing B, which means Nb equal to 0. So in this case, diffusion formula that we will get for the gaseous phase, so that formula is given as Na equal to minus dAb into C by L into ln C minus Ca2 by C minus Ca1. Okay, so this is for 0.1 to 0.2 diffusion. Okay, so starting from 0.1 going to 0.2. So suppose this is a 0.1 and this is a 0.2. The amount of a flux that is passing from 0.1 to 0.2 will be given from this formula. From this formula, if you write C equal to P by RT, you will get the form in case of that is pressure term. Okay, so let me write that formula also. So for that we have Na equal to dAb into P divided by RT ln Pb2 divided by Pb1. Okay, so this is LRT. So this is the next formula for our case. Okay, so how we get Pb2? So in diffusion we take partial pressure at point 1, that is Pa1 plus Pb1, equal to partial pressure at point 2, Pa2 plus Pb2, which we take as a constant or total pressure, though, that is P. So point 1 will have equal partial pressure of A1 or B1. I means a two component. We are discussing for two component. So partial pressure at point 1 of both the component, that is A1 and B1, is equal to the partial pressure of the components at point 2, that is A2 plus B2. Okay. Moreover, we have a one more formula which you have to remember. Mean formula, that is PBM equal to PB1 minus PB2 divided by ln Pb1 by Pb2. Remember to if you are given Pb1 and Pb2, then you can directly put in this equation, but in certain cases you have to use this formula. Okay, so where to apply this is not what we are going to discuss it now. So this is all about case 1. Second case of diffusion is equimolar counter diffusion case. Diffusion. So Na equal to minus of Nb. So in this case we get the direct formula, that is Na equal to minus dAb dCA by dZ, which will give you a Na equal to minus dAb by L into Ca2 minus Ca1. This is for liquid case. If we want to apply for the gaseous phase, then we will convert this concentration to the pressure, like Na equal to minus dAb by RTL into Pa1 minus Pa2. Okay, please note down the formula. So this is what we will get. Alright, now we have a profile. Okay, concentration profile in diffusion. So how to get those profile? So we have general formula. So first for equimolar case, and second is for a non-diffusing case. Okay, so for two case we have direct formula. You have to remember the direct formula. Ya minus Ya1 divided by Ya1 minus Ya2 equal to Z minus Z1 divided by Z1 minus Z2. Okay, so remember this formula where Y is the at any distance from point 1, in between point 1 and point 2. Ya1 is the mole fraction or the mass fraction at point 1. Ya2 is at point 2. So this is the direct equation you have to remember for equimolar case. Similarly, for non-diffusing case, we have 1 minus Ya divided by 1 minus Ya1 equal to 1 minus Ya2 divided by 1 minus Ya1 raised to Z minus Z1 divided by Z2 minus Z1. Okay, this is for non-diffusing B case. Okay, so you have to remember this formula as well. Okay, next we will see the diffusion itself. We have a pseudo steady state diffusion. I hope you know pseudo steady state diffusion. So what is pseudo steady? So it is not a steady case, but it seems to be a steady case. So this formula, in any question, if you are given anything related to the naphthalene ball, then you have to find the time for diffusion or anything for diffusion using this formula. So the formula is T minus T naught equal to Z1 square minus Z0 square into rho divided by Ma C dAb ln Yb2 by Yb1. Okay, so you have to apply this formula when you have to find a time for diffusion using initial something is given. Okay, so this is the time for diffusion or time for diffusion. Okay, so you have to apply this formula. Here 2 is also there. Okay, so please and ma is the molecular weight. Of A from point 1 to point 2. Rho is the density. Okay, so this is how you will have to apply when there is something related to the naphthalene ball is given. Okay, so this is actually a solid state diffusion case. Next we have in solid, we have a formula for, okay, so solid diffusion or diffusion in solid. So for that we have a 1 to 2 formula, that is Na2 by Nb2, that is diffusivity at point B for two different substances, that is A and B, that is 1 by 2 whole raised to 1 by 2, molecular weight raised to 1 by 2. Okay, similarly we have Knudsen diffusion. This is for solid only. This is applicable for steady state, equimolar counter diffusion. Okay, so this is only applicable at equimolar counter diffusion. So in solid, if you are finding the diffusivity, you have to use this formula, plus 1 by dk. Okay, so dt is nothing but a solid diffusivity. dAB is what? Diffusivity of A and B, and dk is the Knudsen diffusivity. So in order to calculate Knudsen diffusivity, we have different formula. dk equal to 9700 A by into T by molecular weight of A raised to 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 3 RK Vt. Okay, so this is what the formula which we will be using. A is equal to pore radius, RK is the mean free path, which is inversely proportional to the pressure. Vt is the velocity, thermal velocity we will say. So this is how we can calculate a Knudsen diffusivity, and then putting it in the directly in the previous equation, we will get the solid diffusivity. Okay, so that is all about diffusion. Now we will see about the different theories. Okay, so we will now study about the mass transfer theories. Okay, so in mass transfer theories, first we have the film theory. So for film theory, something is called KL. So KL is the diffusional constant, or we can say diffusion constant. Okay, so that is what we call it. So KL is equal to, or we can say is directly proportional to diffusivity. Okay, second is the penetration theory. DAB raised to n. Okay, so here we have DAB raised to n. where n tends to 0.8 to 1 dAB raised to n. Alright, for penetration theory we have KL is directly proportional to root of diffusivity. Okay, or we can say KL average. If we calculating, then we have formula known as 2 under root dAB by pi into TC. Okay, so what is TC? So TC is the contact time. Alright, so this is all about the penetration theory. Next we have a third theory known as the surface renewal theory. In surface renewal theory we have KL is equal to under root dAB into S. Okay, so S is the fraction of area of surface which is replaced with fresh fluid. I think I have covered all the theoretical knowledge related to these theories in the videos that of the mass transfer course. Okay, so please refer those if you don't know what these theories are, what they state. Okay, please refer those. Okay, so the relation between those mass transfer coefficients, that is KL or KY, let us see those relation between in mass transfer coefficients. Okay, so first relation is for the gaseous phase, that is 1 by capital KY. Okay, this is overall mass transfer coefficient, which is equal to 1 by small ky plus m by small kx. So this is individual mass transfer coefficient. This is for liquid phase and this is for gas phase. Okay, and m is calculated as kx equal to mky. Okay, so some relation would be given in your question related to m, or suppose you are given y equal to m into x, something is given in your question, so that m you have to use here. This is for the gaseous phase. Similarly, for liquid case we have 1 upon capital Kx equal to 1 upon small kx plus 1 upon m small ky. Please note down these two equations, that will be useful for you. Okay, now we have a different relation between the mass transfer coefficients, but we are not going to cover it here because they are not actually useful for GATE. So let us move to the new topic, absorption. Okay, so absorption is, you have to first remember it. This is point 1, this is point 2. Gases passes from bottom to top, liquid form from the top to bottom. Okay, so general equation for the we can say the absorption this is for point 1 and point 2. So we have gs into y minus y2 equal to ls x minus x2. Okay, gs is the gas flow rate. This is actually a steady state condition. Liquid flow rate. Okay, and this capital Y that we have used is small y divided by 1 minus y. Okay, so in order to, in general, we have to calculate this y value only. So that capital Y will be generally calculated as ls by gs into x minus x2 and capital X equal to x divided by 1 minus x plus y2. Okay, and this is the slope. So this is how we calculate y or x, that is the mass fraction of or the mole fraction of at gas or liquid at any point. Okay, this is how we can calculate it. Then we have height of tower packing equation. Height of tower packing. So in absorption generally we use a packing. So that height will be calculated using the equation which includes NTU, NTOG and HTOG. So here we have to remember the equation capital KY y minus yi. Okay, so this is the direct equation for the flux. Okay, so this equation how we get is a flux balance actually, GS LS. Okay, so let me tell you, this is suppose GS LS. Alright, and from that we have dg dash a bar dh. Okay, how we get this is actually we have covered in the absorption tower sizing, kg per meter square second. Okay, g dash is generally, or we can say it is kg per second divided by meter square. Alright, where dh on integration will yield to, integration of dh will yield to height of tower, which is calculated as integration y1 to y2 g dash dy divided by capital KY a bar 1 minus y into y minus yi. Okay, and this ht is divided into height of it into NOG. Okay, where NTOG, number of transfer unit, is calculated as directly dy by y minus y star. Y star is the equilibrium concentration which should be given in your question. Y is what you have to actually find using y2 and y1. So NTOG is calculated like this, and HTOG can be calculated directly from that equation. Okay, so wait a minute, let me check if I am correct. Absorption. Okay, so that is the correct equation which I have discussed. Alright, so this is equal to the NTOG, and that is the height of tower packing. Now what we can do is we can find, okay, so that is not important for us. So we are given different cases of absorption. So first case is dilute gas is given. Suppose any word related to dilute gas is given in your paper, so we will use simplified procedure. So for that, what we will do, we will find Ng equal to ln y1 by y2 directly. Okay, so Ng is what we will use when there is a relation between y1 is less than 0. Okay, then only we will use, or y1 is equal to 0, almost 0.0 something is given, then we will use this equation. Okay, and when you are given a chemical reaction, any chemical reaction is given, then and then only we will use this formula, or we can say we will use when y star equal to 0. This is also, if these three terms are given, use this equation. Alright, similarly we have NOG equation, which is y2 to y1 1 by y minus y star dy. Okay, so what is difference between NOG, NTOG, NOG, NG? That what we have discussed in our course. Generally HT equal to Hg into Ng. Okay, when we apply NOL NOG, then HT will become HOG into NOG. No changes there. Okay, similarly if we are given dilute gas, then we can also use the formula, that is NOG equal to y1 minus y2 divided by y minus y star raised to m, or not raised to m but a subscript of m, where m is what we have discussed in the previous video. So y minus y star m, in order to calculate that, you have to use a different relation that we have discussed in video, so no need to discuss it again here. Next we have absorption coefficient equation, that is A equal to L by mg. Okay, and we have HOG equal to Hg plus HL by A. This is the relation between HTOG, LTOG and HL. Okay, so you can calculate it directly from this equation, HOG and NOG. NOG will be same. Now we have an equation for Murphy efficiency. So this is given as Murphy efficiency is equal to yn minus yn plus 1 divided by yn star minus yn plus 1. This is for the nth plate. So it generally shows the relation between the real and the equilibrium conditions for the nth plate. Okay, so this is how we can define Murphy efficiency. So these formulas are enough for absorption. Now let us see different formula for humidification. I hope you are noting it down side by side. So for humidification, first formula is y dash, which is known as absolute humidity. Okay, so this y dash is given as PA divided by P minus PA into MA by MB. This is MB. MA is the molecular weight, P is the partial pressure, PA is the partial pressure of A. In humidification, what we generally take is a gas is used to humidify. So that is what absolute humidity shows the relation between PA or the partial pressure of A. Of A is a gas. Similarly, second relation we have molar absolute humidity, which is generally defined as Y, where we'll use at P minus PA directly. In general, in any question you will use absolute humidity. Okay, we don't use the molar absolute, we will use absolute humidity. Alright, now third equation we have saturation humidity. In saturation humidity, what we will do, we will use the vapor pressure. This is given as y dash h, or we use equation that is hs equal to ma by mb into pa set divided by p minus pa set. Okay, so this is actually a vapor pressure. So this is the direct equation. You have to remember this because GATE directly asks this equation. Then we have a relative humidity. So relative humidity is generally defined as PA divided by PA set. So if its value is 0, it shows that there is no vapor present in the gas. If it is 100, we will say that the full volume is calculated or saturated by gas. Okay, so the value of relative humidity is calculated by this. Next we have a percentage humidity, or we can say it as percentage saturation. So what it shows is percentage saturation is equal to y dash by ys dash. That is actually showing the relation between P or vapor pressure and the partial pressure. In 2 we have relative humidity multiplication. Okay, so from this we have a general thumb rule that percentage saturation is always less than the relative humidity. Okay, remember this. Next we have a sixth humid volume equation. All these are related to the humidification. So humidification, I hope you are knowing the amount of liquid in a vapor phase. So humid volume VH is generally given by 0.0224 T divided by 273 into y dash by MA plus 1 by MB. You have to remember this direct equation. Okay, unit of this will be meter cube per kg dry gas, and that is B. Okay, and T you have to take in Kelvin, and all the things are in the SI unit. You will get the humid volume directly. Okay, next formula in humidification is of the humid heat. So this humid heat is generally given as amount of heat required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius of dry gas, that is equal to Cb plus y dash Ca. Alright, Cb, Cs and Cs, Cb, Cs and Cs are the specific heats. Unit will be kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Alright, 8th equation in the humidification is of the enthalpy. So enthalpy is directly given as Cb into Tg minus T naught plus y dash into Cal Top minus T naught. Okay, so I don't think this equation will be helpful for you, so no, we are not going to do this. Alright, so we are done up to the humidification, absorption and diffusion. So I will cover other topics in part 2 video, so please stay connected and watch that directly. Alright, so thank you for watching. Please stay connected for distillation, adsorption and drying. Alright, we will discuss in next video. Thank you.